Welcome everyone. Welcome back. I'm back, and this is the podcast Crypto channel for YouTube. My name is Coach 23, and we're back for season 2 of the podcast Crypto podcast. So we'll be separating our channel, not really channel, it's a channel, you know, I don't know, playlist. So we're going to separate it because back then, if you've seen my early shows, it's always one show podcast Crypto podcast. Before then, it was the Pop and Wrestling podcast with me, Coach 23, where we talk pro wrestling, pop culture, and life in general. Now we're going to separate the two. We're going to have one show for the pro wrestling side and the other for pop culture and life in general. So for wrestling, this is the first episode back since 2 or 3 months in hiatus. Uh, took a break. I'll tell you guys maybe later after what we discuss on the review for this particular episode. So, for the wrestling side, this is going to be titled Bad Take or Bad Takes with Coach 23. So, why? There are some people who are commenting into one of my episodes. I believe when I was not really ranting, I was not even venting, I was just providing my opinion regarding, the internet wrestling community and whatnot. And they told me it was like a bad take on my side, and it's just merely an opinion. It's my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, then great. If you like it, great. That's why I don't give advice because sometimes if you give advice and people don't really follow it, sometimes it's hurtful in some aspect. But if you give an opinion, it doesn't really matter if one person agrees with it or not, because it's an opinion. It doesn't matter at all, even. So that's why there's like an idiomatic expression. If life gives you lemons, you make a lemonade. I did that with the podcast Grifter. That's why I changed from the Pop and Wrestling podcast to the podcast Grifter because one dirt sheet writer said that most podcasters are podcast grifters. And that's why I named the show Podcast Grifter. I don't monetize from this show at all. I only have like 2,000 plus 2,300 views for 65 or so episode for Podcast Ripter before then Pop in Wrestling Podcast. I don't monetize at all. I only have like 21 subscribers and I love you guys for that. Hopefully you spread the word, as I always say. But yeah, we're back. We're back for the Podcast Ripter Bad Takes with Coach 23. We're talking about pro wrestling issues and whatnot. So why now? Like I said, I will discuss it maybe the last 5 minutes of this episode. We're going to do like a 25, 30-minute episode. So let's go. I wasn't really able to watch the full show for Worlds Collide. I heard rave reviews, especially the main event between Vikingo defending the AAA Mega Championship against Chad Gable. I see the last part, maybe the last 2 minutes of the match because I woke up late. I told myself that hey, I'm going to wake up around 3 a.m. on Sunday morning to watch Worlds Collide. I woke up at around 5 because my wife was about to go to work and her alarm clock rang and I'm like, "Oh, I missed the show." So maybe I will watch it maybe within the next few days and give my review maybe in the next episode. So it will be late. Review opinion, whatnot. So let's go ahead and discuss Money in the Bank. So Money in the Bank had a 5 match card again. So normally WWE, if it's not WrestleMania or SummerSlam, uh, or even some maybe probably Survivor Series, they just give 5 matches for normal PLEs. So for this one, you have the women's Money in the Bank match, men's Money in the Bank match, tag team match between John Cena and Logan Paul taking on Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Uh, Lyra Valkyria defending her Women's Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. and an impromptu match of Dominic Mysterio defending the Intercontinental Championship against Octagon Jr. of AAA or TNA. I believe he's in signed TNA. TNA. So let's just do a quick review or recap. So for the women's Money in the Bank match, Naomi wins or won the briefcase to get a title shot of the championship of her choosing within the next 1 year. Uh, so he she defeated talents like Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss. Who else? I mean, maybe I'm forgetting something. Oh, Roxanne Perez and Stephanie Vaquer. Um, it was a great match for a women's ladder match for MITV. Um, I was entertained. Um, I have to agree in a way and not agree with both Naomi winning. She's having a great run as a heel, especially after it was, exposed that she was the one who attacked Jade Cargill in a parking lot in an episode of SmackDown. And her being turning to like a psycho type character and her, foregoing or, forgetting the whole glow thing. She's doing an impressive job as a heel. And if you ask me, it's okay that she won it. I'm not really, saying that, oh, why did she win or whatnot. She doesn't deserve it. I guess she did, she does, but I don't think she really needs it because of the current run that she's having. Um, she's doing an excellent job as a heel, whether it's against Jade Cargill or even Bianca Belair in the near future. She's doing a banged up job of her being a heel character. She doesn't need the belt or the briefcase. Sorry. Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, because of their status as main event talents. Yeah, even Alexa Bliss after missing 2 or 3 years because of she got married, she had a kid. Their status as technical main eventers for the women's division. They don't need the briefcase either. Stephanie Booker also doesn't need it because of the popularity, the rise of popularity that she's currently having. And she can get there. She can even win the Royal Rumble next year. Maybe an early favorite to win it. And how popular Stephanie Booker is, she stayed in on, on NXT for like 6 months, 6 or 7 months or so. That's how fast she's really becoming a star in WWE. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot even earlier, Julia was the same as well. I think Julia is on the trajectory of her facing Zelina Vega on SmackDown for the Women's United States Championship, and I don't mind that as well. I guess the US title has certain credibility after um, Chelsea Green won it. Chelsea Green got a great Uber character as well. Selena Vega deserving that singles run. And now I think the trajectory of Julia winning the US title is in the horizon as well. So my even take that if someone needed the briefcase, it's Roxanne Perez. Why? I'm not saying that she's not a star or superstar right now. She's getting there, but with all the six women in the Money in the Bank or seven or I don't can you lost count, she can easily lose in the shuffle on Raw. Especially when you have talents like Rhea, like Stephanie Vaquer, like Liv Morgan. There are a lot of talents there. Roxanne Perez can easily be lost in the shuffle. That's why it was like she needed the briefcase more than any of those women in the Money in the Bank briefcase. But I'm not saying that, Naomi doesn't deserve it because, as Biggie said, she's having the run of her career, leaving WWE with Sasha Banks during, I believe, Thunderdome era. She working for TNA, becoming a world champion in TNA, coming back to WWE. Yeah, she's having a great run. But I said with her being a heel right now, you know, at least she doesn't really need it. But who am I to say? Like I said, this is bad take with Coach 23. Um, what else? Dominic Mysterio defending the men's Intercontinental Championship against Triple A slash TNA talent Octagon Jr. It's basically a showcase match for Octagon Jr. Because I believe he wrestled earlier on Worlds Collide, and then I believe it's under even a 5 minute, 5-10 minute match for Dom. Right man won. Dominic Mysterio is having the run of his career so far as a singles guy. Um, Fans, despite him being a heel or being even hated a year ago, that he can't even speak on a microphone, he's being cheered now. I compared him to some of the message board that I'm part of, the wrestling community, and said that his trajectory right now is similar with The Rock way back in 1997, 1998. When people are booing him, Rocky sucks, die Rocky die, and that's Dominic Mysterio now. When he won the Intercontinental Championship way back in WrestleMania 41, fans are really pushing him to be that babyface. I don't know if he will be an effective one, but he can be. He has the potential. Kid is still young, 26 years old, I believe, 27. Kid's still young. And yeah, good for them. Then you have the Women's Intercontinental Championship match between defending champion Lyra Valkyria defending against Becky Lynch. If Becky Lynch won, uh, Lyra Valkyria has to acknowledge Becky as a superior wrestler, raise her hand, whatnot. If Lyra wins, Becky doesn't get another shot at the Women's IC Championship. Great back and forth. Good chemistry between the two. Maybe a little clunky. The match was a little bit clunky on my end. But in my end, in my opinion, the right woman won in Becky Lynch. With the four horsewomen, I believe she won more singles or even championship than of course Charlotte has like 14 women's world championship. But yeah, Becky Lynch has won the SmackDown title, Raw women's title, women's tag team championship, women's NXT championship, and now women's intercontinental championship. She just needs to solidify her career as really one of the best. Just needs to win the Women's United States Championship or even the new Women's North American Championship on NXT. But yeah, afterwards, Becky Lynch won, I believe via roll up with tights. Then Lyra has nothing to do but raise Becky Lynch's hand, raise her hand, and she executed a German suplex. But for me, the right women won here as well because it brings certain credibility in the Intercontinental Championship for the women's division. I'm not saying that Lyra didn't really bring that credibility, but her run was a little bit lackluster. Of course, it's okay that she won it the first time and it was produced that she won it, but she lacks several challengers. I believe the only challengers that she had back then was Dakota Kai, and yeah, that's the only person I remember. That's why the Becky Lynch thing is really little bit win or a little bit good because that she can bring that certain credibility. And yeah, so up next is the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. So you got Seth freaking Rollins, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, who else? El Grande Americano. Uh, I'm forgetting a lot. I'm not that prepared. But yeah, on my end, I was like, if a face is going to win the ladder match, it should go to LA Knight because I believe he's the most over babyface there. Highlights of the matches. If it's heel, I was like really pushing for El Grande Americano. But the thing is, whoever El Grande Americano is, he's having the time of his life. He wrestles like Chad Gable, maybe, but no, he does more high risk, high flying stuff than Chad Gable. Chad Gable does the moonsault. um, I don't know who El Grande Americano is. Wink, wink. Um, but Seth Rollins winning also makes sense. Um, there are several rumors or report that Triple H or Polovek is not a fan of the Money in the Bank concept, but maybe we can say right now that maybe Seth Rollins, being a Triple H guy, Paul Levesque guy, can change his mind of how to use the briefcase or how to navigate the storyline of the briefcase. Remember last year, Drew McIntyre won it, tried to cash in on the same night, lost. It was a waste, you know. It was a waste Money in the Bank match for me. Um, but maybe Seth Rollins can change Paul Levesque and how to navigate the briefcase, especially with Seth Rollins still having a nameless faction on his end with Paul, the wise man Paul Heyman, uh, the the badass in Braun Breaker, and now Big Bronson Reed in their fold. They have nameless. I'm suggesting the Vision, but maybe they're having a difficult time because the Vision is the name of a Marvel superhero character. So yeah. Um, so a couple of highlights. Um, The breakup finally happened between Solo Sikoa and current United States champion um, Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu saying those three magical words, I hate you, Solo, then attacked him. Right now, it's really weird who will be the baby face or the heel. People are saying that Solo is easy to hate, and that's true. But the thing is, during the match, Solo Sikoa stole the show. Oh, Andrade's there. Sorry, Andrade is part of the Money in the Bank briefcase and Penta. See, I mess up. I'm not prepared. That's why this show is really, really organic. Um, the Solo Sikoa, the way he acted in the match, making fun of his opponents, El Cero Miedo doing the Penta walk or strut. He was really, really funny. He stole the damn show for the Money in the Bank briefcase. Maybe even in his mind, I'm not gonna win. I'm going to entertain the fans, and he did that. That's why it's really you can still make Jacob Fatu a heel for a US title run and make Solo a babyface. But I'm into the match. I'm into the rivalry between the two people, between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. Can't wait to see what happens. And also shout out to one of our kababayans that who's currently in the WWE right now, JC Mateo, formerly known as Jeff Cobb. He's part Filipino. So good job. He joined, a long or short list of Filipino or part Filipino people in the WWE. Batista, uh, Caden Carter, I believe, Shotzi, TJP, Joaquin Wild. So those are some people I know. Um, then you have the main event of John Cena teaming up with the Maverick Logan Paul against the team of World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso and American Nightmare Cody Rhodes to main event the Money in the Bank PLD. Long story short, it's it started, an okay match then until it really, you know, went to overdrive. The team of Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso won. Highlights of the match, one of the best highlights I've seen was Logan Paul holding the drone, Cody Rhodes executing a superplex while Logan's Paul was still holding the drone. And then when he landed in his back, Jey Uso flied with that point of view like Uso splash. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's one of the best highlight of the match. Another highlight was Logan Paul executing an Asai moonsault against a prep Jey Uso in a table, in an announcer's table, which is like a reinforced hard table now. Um, Opinion for the match, right team won. Because you need a baby face to close out the show because the Ahil opened the show winning the Money in the Bank briefcase for women. So you have Seth Rollins winning, you have Becky Lynch winning. It's like 4 wins for the heels for the Money in the Bank PLE, and the babyface the show needs to close in like a happier note. And why is it a happier note? I'll tell again. Um, Ronda Ren, our truth got not released, but he wasn't renewed. It was reported that his contract wasn't renewed by WWE. And during the past 2 weeks, people are chanting "We won truth," trying to hijack the show until the final part or act 3 of the match when John Cena is about to hit Cody Rhodes with the WWE title again. A man in mysterious black, clothing attacked John Cena, speared, attacked him, hit him with a belt, and when he, unveiled himself, it was our truth, and people got bonkers. Um, I will tell my opinion later after this, So yeah, the baby faces won. Our truth hit John Cena with a belt. Cody Rhodes executed Crossroads, and the babyface won. So that's my PLE review. And normally I don't give 5 stars, but let's give it a numbers rating. So out of 5, I give the PLE, I guess 4.25 or at least point 4.5. It wasn't really a perfect PLE in WWE standards, but in the recent months, it was even better than the last few PLEs, and that includes WrestleMania Night 2. So yeah. So let's go with another topic, and it's our truth coming back. So did we get played? Did we get played by the game, the cerebral assassin in Paul Levesque? Because he was asked in the press conference, did the truth get released, not renewed, get fired or whatnot? And then Triple H said, what do you think? Do you enjoy the show? Yes, it's all part of the show. Then afterwards, R-Truth tweeted that no work, and even his kid said no work at all. So who's right? And there are like some rumors that happen or reporting right now that Paul Levesque was the reason why R-Truth was not renewed. And normally he's the chief content officer of WWE, meaning he's the head of creative. And I believe, of course, with him being that job, okay, here's the list that we can, release for some reason. Because he's just still working for WWE. He's just working for Nick Khan, who's the president of WWE, president and CEO of WWE. That's working for TAO as a conglomerate. So for those people who don't know how business aspect means, I'm not a 100% expert. This is just, again, my opinion. Business works in a different way. People get fired, released, or not renewed for certain reasons. I have been, let go from my job a couple of times. I got not renewed from contract because it's business. In case of WWE, it's a young man's business. It's like any other form of entertainment or sport. If we're going to do the sports aspect, basketball is a young man's game. Baseball is a young man's game. The NFL is a young man's game. So is WWE. Sure, WWE relies in main ev- on main, with main ev- on main event talents like your Roman Reigns, your Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Those are in their late 30s. CM Punk is like 46. John Cena is 48, I believe. Ron Killings or R-Truth is 53 years old. And I believe it was reported he's being paid $550,000 a year. And that's a lot. And back then, R-Truth's character is like an in and out, come in, come out type of character. He makes joke, he makes fun, that's it. Even if I'm holding a business and I love the comedic aspect of R-Truth, I know I have been a fan of R-Truth as well since he was K-Quick. And I believe most of you guys don't know that he was K-Quick first in WWE during the Attitude Era with him teaming with Road Dogg. Um, He got released. He went to TNA. He became Ron the Truth Killings. He is the first black NWA World Champion. He is part during the TNA run. He's part of the three live crew with BG James, Conan, and they became four live crew because they added Keep James or Billy Gunn until he went back to WWE as R-Truth. And then he was, his normal previous K-Quick character, rapping during his entrance music until he became a heel and he had Little Jimmy, and that's when the comedic aspect began. So sure, there's like even you know podcasters, former wrestlers saying that if Vince McMahon was still in charge, R-Truth will never be fired. We don't know. Vince McMahon fires people left and right every year. There's always that spring cleaning after WrestleMania, and then fall cleaning. That's before after Survivor Series. So nobody can say that he will not be. People are saying that yeah, R-Truth is in fact one of Vince's favorite performers, but who knows? He got fired 2000 earlier 2001. He got fired as well. So nobody can really say what's thinking. That's why it's business. It's a revolving business. WWE is a revolving business. And now he's back. Another rumor right now is that did everyone got played? The thing is, Ron Killings right now, he made a tweet that, saying goodbye and thanking the WWE Universe, the fans and all, because he said that he got released. Reports saying that he didn't just get renewed. But the thing is, in the WWE side, nobody even tweeted or posted like the social media aspect or even the website of we're wishing R-Truth the best in his future endeavors. Nobody has said that from the WWE side. If you saw it, you can, send it to me here on YouTube and whatnot. But I don't think so. I have been monitoring that story for 2 weeks, 3 weeks even after the news broke up. So nobody knows. And right now he's back. And he said that he loves our truth, but he's not a slapstick comedian right now. And he's back as the truth, Ron Killings. And I like that aspect as well. Now, another rumor said that Triple H is mad at Nick Khan for, overriding his decision of letting our truth go. Like I said, Triple H is the creative guy. He submits name who to let go or not. Maybe part of his job is being the talent relations, but I don't think that's his main job at all. He gives his opinion that okay, we can let this go. And even there are like news that Nick Khan has this like salary analysis of who to let go because of certain amount of salary or not. And there's that rumor right now that Ron Killings didn't answer anyone from the WWE, wrestlers, producers, and whatnot until Nick Khan called him and said, "Do you want to come back?" I don't know the thing is. But here's the thing, whether we got played or not by WWE, shouldn't we all be happy that Ron the Truth Killings is back or our Truth is back? Because that's the outcry the past 2 weeks or so. We won Truth. Why did you fire Truth? Triple H is a bad booker. Why? Why? And now he's back, and people are still asking, "Oh, we got played. Boo, Triple H, you still suck." And now here's the transition to where we're going. Why did I stop doing the show? Maybe I can do this in 3, 4, 5 minutes or so. Why did I stop before WrestleMania? The show. I stopped the podcast crypto channel before WrestleMania, and people might even think this dude is crazy. WrestleMania is the high season for pro wrestling, for podcasts or pro wrestling or whatnot. And I stopped before that. I was getting a little bit jaded. I was a little bit getting, I'm not being a fan anymore. I'm being more of an analyst. I give my opinion like this one, and I'm not enjoying it anymore. It started with the Jey Uso slander because people are saying, "Oh, Jey Uso is not a new name for the main event." Yes, he is. He was a tag team wrestler. He was part of the a main event storyline with the Bloodline, but he wasn't a main event character by then. Sure, he main evented WrestleMania with his brother Jimmy against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 39. But as a singles guy, he is a new name for the main event scene or picture in WWE, and people are still hating. And 1 year, 2 years ago, they're like, "Oh, Jey Uso needs to be a singles character. He needs to be a main event star. He needs to be this." And when he's there, people are ranting, "Oh, why he's in there?" I'm like, really? People are complaining a lot, and that's why. Ferdinand, shout out to Ferdinand. I have a great respect because of I don't argue. Maybe yeah, there is some argument at the comment section, but I'm not really forcing my opinion to you guys. I'm not saying like my opinion. Like I don't even care about your opinion at all. If you provide your opinion, then good. It's an open for debate, an open for a good argument. I hate name callings. I will not name call on this podcast. I will not name call and call someone names. It's beneath me. I'm not. I don't want to be a type of podcaster or reviewer who will resort to name calling because I'm not a cloud chaser. I'm as much as possible at my age, early 40s. I don't want to say anything negative at all. Maybe to some people it sounds negative. That's fine. But as indirect negative that oh this guy sucks, you suck. Your opinion don't really matter to me. I'm not saying that your opinion doesn't really matter to me. If I find it, good, then yeah, we'll agree. If not, then we'll agree to disagree. That's the aspect of life. But as far as name calling, oh, one guy said that oh you're a bootlicker for WWE. No, I'm not. I'm a WWE fan. Sure, I'm been a WWE fan since the late 1980s. I've been a wrestling fan for 38 years or so, almost 4 decades. I've been a wrestling fan. WWE, sure. Aside from my parents, WWE has been my longest relationship ever. And I like WCW when I finally saw WCW here in the Philippines. I finally like ECW when I first, rented a VHS tape of ECW here in the late 90s. Until I bought a lot of wrestling, tons of wrestling magazines, whether it's WWE magazine, Raw, SmackDown magazines, PWI, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, Inside Wrestling, The Wrestler, Wrestling America even. I had those. I'm a wrestling fan. I even have this belt, a toy belt of WWE with me. And don't get me wrong, I like every aspect of pro wrestling, not just WWE. I like TNA. I like New Japan Pro Wrestling. Um, I somewhat like AEW 4 years ago. I like AEW year one, year two, and even year two and a half. But when afterwards they're like, oh, what's happening with their storylines? I still believe in their potential that they can be a challenger brand that they are trying to say that they are. But yeah, right now I don't watch AEW at all. And it makes my life peaceful. Instead of me saying hate about AEW, I don't watch it. And like I said, it makes my life easier and peaceful. Like, oh, I'm not about to say anything negative at all. But I can say something negative. I'm going to say Triple H's booking is not really perfect this year. And why? Because you guys, most people are comparing this booking, 2025 booking, to booking Triple H's booking 2023 and 2024, which is basically the honeymoon stage. And now they're like, it's Triple H's fault. It's The Rock's fault. It's Nick Khan's fault. It's this guy's fault. This guy. I mean, for me, if I don't like what I'm watching, I'm not going to watch it instead of complaining. Complaints. Like Ferdinand said, it's warranted because complaints are considered opinions. But if your opinion is basically just complaining, whining, bitching, saying negative stuff, easier thing to do, don't watch it. Don't watch it at all. Like I said, it will make your lives easier until people will tell you, try this match. Because even for me, New Japan, I haven't seen New Japan uh prior 2016 or yeah, 2016 I guess or 2017. But when they said watch Kenny Omega versus Okada, Wrestle Kingdom 2017 I believe. And when I saw it, it got me back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's it. It's easier to do that than complaining and whining and bitching and moaning and whatnot. That's why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop my show for the meantime because I'm getting too emotionally attached to this. Well, and I should consider this like this podcast a hobby or a business or whatnot, or something that, when I said it the first time that I'm doing this podcast, it helps my mental health, whatnot. So that's it. That's why I stopped. And now I'm back. So this is me coming back. I don't know when will second episode will be because I'll be having a short vacation, work vacation within the next few days or week even. But if I can make a show or do a review, I will do so. But yeah, this is season 2, episode 1 of the podcast Ripter with bad takes with me, Coach 23. So if ever, spread the word. I'm going to post it on the podcast Ripter Facebook page that I have. Going to post this on YouTube. I'm probably going to post this as well in the WWE Philippines page. That I'm a mediator or a manager or of some sort there. And yeah, that's it. It's cathartic, I guess. My favorite word when I was doing the first season of this one, that what I'm doing is cathartic. And right now, I'm feeling that, you know, edge as well. So that's it. 37 minutes. Oh my God. We got a lot, talked about a lot. So yeah, again, thank you for watching the podcast Crypto Channel with the playlist Bad Takes with Coach 23, where we talk about pro wrestling and stuff. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys soon.